We're live. Holy hell, we are live. We are live. We are live. And Kirk, you know what I love about using StreamYard? My camera is so wide angled that you can see the closet next to me.
Yeah, mine is too. I got way more stuff in the picture than I do typically.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive in my. I mean, I got the kids' pictures, right there, which is awesome. But the stuff on the coat closet, or I can't. How the hell do you even point on this going backwards? It's a little much in my opinion. So how you doing, man? What's the good word?
I'm awesome, brother. I'm grateful to be here. Always happy to connect with you and these lovely people and provide some value to the people.
Yes, I love it. I like bringing value every now and then. It's fun, right? And you think you may help out like one person, but if you help out two people, it's all for the win, right?
Absolutely. If we can just help one person, it's all for the win, baby.
What about half a person? What about like a half a person or like a quarter?
I mean, if we can help a half a person, it's still a win in my book also.
It's a question on which side we're helping, right? All right. So, all right, let's get to the fun stuff. So for those of you who probably don't know my buddy over here, his name is Jonathan Kirk. I call him Kirky, something to that effect. He's one of the founding members of LGSO. I've known him for about 6 years now. That's how long we've been, 5 or 6, something. It all goes by the craziness. And Kirk is a extraordinary real estate agent in Baltimore, right? Baltimore County. He basically, what I love is we talk all the time, and he was a cold calling guy like myself, all right? And he kind of shifted away from cold calling into doing things that are actually inbound leads, okay? And the reason we connected is because, I'm not able to make my phone calls and all this stuff. And he told me what he was doing. I'm like, interested. I'm like, let's get it going. So slowly but surely, we're starting to get stuff. We just started over the last 72 hours. And I'm really interested in sharing you guys with what he's done, going forward. Anything you want to start off saying, my friend?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, you said it, you don't have the ability to make cold calls right now. So when you're restricted to do what brings food onto your table, we're being forced to evolve right now in real time. And, I kind of saw the writing on the walls happening, as my family started to grow and the cold calling started to get more saturated. And it just was more and more of another full-time job on top of selling real estate. And I was blessed to have individuals around me that were generating, inbound leads off market through their Google My Business consoles, which we're going to talk about today, as well as their websites. So since the beginning of 2019, I've been all online, just gave myself a full solid year to just not cold call and see if I can make it work. And it worked out very, very well, to the point where I'm now able to help other people, accomplish the same thing in their own market. So just grateful for the opportunity to be able to bring this to LGSO and help other people create that freedom, the flexibility, predictability, and consistency within their business. Of course, we're still making a fortune selling real estate.
All right, so take me back, all right, because we don't always start where we're at. Right now we went backwards. So how long have you been licensed for?
So I've been licensed for about 9 years, since 2011.
Okay, 2011 to 9. Holy hell, I'm like double that. That's amazing. It's like you get certain time in, and it's like, oh my God, what the hell am I supposed to do?
What happened?
So walk me through, because we work, you were a cold caller, right? And people still do make cold calls. So just kind of walk me through a little bit of the evolution of Kirk.
Sure. Yeah. I'll never forget, when I found you for the first time, our amazing coach, Andrew Scherer, he trained me every morning, and you trained me as well. I still utilize the scripts that you teach today. And if I still cold call, it would still work. But, through 2014 is when I found out I was going to be a father for the first time, was forced to look at my books. I was broke. I had no listings. I had no money. So I said, I guess I'll try this cold call thing out. Fortunately, was able to connect with you and Andy, and just started cold calling expireds and really cut my teeth in those scripts and those dialogues. Built a hell of a business over 2014 to 2016. In just 2 years, I had a $300,000 GCI year in 2016, all from cold calling expireds, and continued to call up until 2017, and really just got burnt out and exhausted with the saturation that I was experiencing in my industry. It just became harder and harder to cut through. Still had no website, no internet presence, and got hooked up with a wholesaler who was generating all our appointments through his Google My Business console. And he was sending me on these appointments, and they were the highest quality leads that I had ever experienced. These people were not interviewing multiple people. I wasn't, trying to sell a house that was already listed and unsuccessful and getting sold. So I really, mentored under him and learned what he was doing to generate the off-market leads online through Google. And the inbound leads just started to come in the beginning of 2019. And since then, I haven't made a cold call in probably a little over 2 years now. It's been where I haven't had to pick up the phone and call expireds. All my business comes to me organically through creating evergreen content, which I'll explain never loses its relevancy, on my websites and on my Google My Business profile, as well as my YouTube channel. And, it creates a lot more freedom and flexibility where I'm able to kind of enjoy the business a lot more than I ever have.
All right, so I was going to wait a little bit to do this, but I think you gave me like the perfect segue here. All right, I'm going to bring on my friend here, Matt. Everybody's probably wondering, who the heck is Matt? Matt, yeah, hey, what's going on there? No.
What's up, Matt?
All right, Matt is out of Rockland County, New York, as well as New York City, New York. A very good friend I've known for a very long time, and he is open to having Jonathan help him build out his Google My Business profile. All right,
absolutely.
So I mean, Jonathan, I don't know. Jonathan, John Kern, I don't know what the hell to call you anymore. So just explain to me why somebody needs this.
Okay. Great question, Aaron. So the reason why we as realtors need the Google My Business profiles is because there's a place where people are lined up in droves, ready to purchase products or buy our services. And that is on the very first page of Google, the biggest search engine on the planet. So when a person Googles, realtors in Westchester or realtors in Baltimore or Baltimore real estate agents or sell my house fast, Baltimore, there's going to be 3 Google My Business locations that are going to pop up right on page 1. You can click down the arrow to see more, but usually 33% of people are going to call one of those 3 Google My Business profiles. And if not, then they'll go down to the organic links and they'll click one of those links. So that's why it's very important to show up, because when people Google realtors near me or realtors in Pikesville or sell my house fast, my Google My Business profile has been capitalizing and generating a lot of business that way off market, where they come directly to me inbound. So especially now with COVID, being more restricted, more isolated, we're not able to do the things and move and shake throughout the universe like we once were able to do. It's now more important than ever that we show up as an authority online in the eyes of Google, in the eyes of our local communities, and not becoming a commodity, which is what we're becoming slowly with big technology squeezing us out. And the only way I can recommend that to you and show you is if you Google real estate for sale in the town that you're in, chances are you're probably going to see big technology companies like Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow.com, and HomeLight. And I'm ranking above them in my local markets for keyword terms like Baltimore realtors and Baltimore real estate agents. So now I want to help and empower other agents and realtors across the country to be able to do the same thing, because you can drop me off in any city, in any town, in any state in the United States, and within 3 to 6 months, I will be ranking on page 1 for my chosen keywords.
That's pretty valid. I'm going to have you come back over here. All right, so let's do this. Matt, why don't you share your screen, my friend?
Okay.
You're where we need to be, and we don't want to see anything we don't want to see, okay?
All right, let me get rid of anything inappropriate.
All right.
All right, I'm just going to, well, if I, okay.
Yeah, sure.
I know that when I do this, though, we're going to probably get a big feedback loop.
No, we shouldn't. We're good. There we go.
Well, we got that.
Is that what we want?
Well, it's because we're
technology. So, can you?
There we go.
Here's my Google My Business backend.
Perfect. So that is the back-end user interface of your Google My Business profile. Okay. So in the top left, you see where it says Home, Post, and Info. Matt, go ahead and click on Info for me.
Info.
Let's do this slowly just to make sure everybody gets it.
Absolutely. So right there in the top right, right under View on Maps, you see your Share Your Business profile. That is what you should be sharing, number 1, to all your past clients to get reviews as soon as possible, because Zillow most likely is where you have the majority of your reviews right now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. And if you're just like me,
so. Yeah.
most agents as well, we were all building our Zillow profiles up. The problem is that Zillow is not a search engine, and also Zillow has just recently become a huge competitor to us. So we no longer want to point our reviews in the direction of Zillow. We want to share that link out to all of your past clients, and maybe even copy and paste the reviews that they left for us previously, and say, hey guys, if you don't mind, I'm doing a lot of work on Google. It's the biggest search engine on the planet. If you wouldn't mind just copy and pasting this amazing review that you sent for me, when we sold your house, that would mean the world to me. So that's a way that you can start building up some traction and start to build authority in the eyes of Google, is by having reviews. They really value that at a very, very high level. Okay. Secondly, just taking a quick glance, most businesses are not open 24 hours. So I'd like you to change hours of operation to be, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Sunday. You don't necessarily have to do it right now. It might take you a minute. It's just something that you could do quickly to optimize, because Google is going to see you as a real business that has closed hours and open hours. It just helps you pop to the top of the search feed. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. A little bit more till we get to the description. Keep going down. Okay, stop right there. All right. Matt Warbett is an experienced real estate professional working in New York City, Westchester, and Rockland counties. He has closed. Okay, so in your description right there, you're going to want to have keywords embedded in that description. So for instance, I know that, houses for sale in New York City is a big keyword, but we don't want to just rank to find buyers, because if somebody is Googling houses for sale, typically they're looking to do what? Acquire a property, right? So you want to have the keyword terms, which we would have to do research for you and with you, and I can show you how to do that. For everybody who's looking to do keyword research, I would highly recommend downloading the Chrome plugin. It's called Keywords Everywhere. You can literally Google it. It's called Keywords Everywhere. You put your email in to get the API key sent to you. And once you have Keywords Everywhere bookmark into your Chrome browser, every time you type in a term into Google, you're going to see the search volume underneath on how many times per month it's Googled and how many searches per month it actually brings back. So that way you can be educated in the keywords that you're putting into the description of your business. So that way you're going to be found. There's so many people that are, doing great content, putting out great videos, but the titles of their videos are not a keyword that their end consumer is typing into Google. It's actually probably 0 times a month the title is being searched. So for instance, if you were to Google realtors in Baltimore, that keyword term is searched over 590 times per month. Once I realized that, I became enlightened to the fact that I was never going to cold call again. I was then going to reverse engineer the way that my clients found me, and I was going to just rank on page 1 of Google for the keyword term realtors in Baltimore or Baltimore realtors. So we have to do the keyword research, Matt, to find out what are the terms that you want to rank for in your local markets, and then embed that and litter that within your description, as well as the services that you offer. So if you scroll up a little bit and you see the services where you say real estate agents, that's a keyword term that people Google, but also you want to add other keyword terms like realtors near me, or sell my house fast, or sell my house now. These are all highly searched keyword terms, and Google is a local demographic type of search engine, so it's only going to send the results to people that are near where they're searching. So keywords need to be in your description as well as in the services that you offer. Not just the fact that we're real estate agents, but like, what do you do? And those have to be keyword terms.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So go back up to posts right on top of info. Okay. You can delete out of that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Have you done any posts to your Google My Business profile yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I've apparently done if there's even a way to do less than the minimum to activate it, I've done that much.
Okay, so no worries. Okay, so this is like your Facebook for your business profile. So a lot of folks, they'll share stuff to their social media, and then after 24 hours, 48 hours, it disappears because it's going to be clogged up with other things on your search feed, on your news feed. With this, it's very different. It's going to stay up there for however long you choose the event to last for. So if you create, let's go ahead and put add event, because events will stay up there longer than offers and updates. So stay right there. So what you would do, let's say you're just going to introduce your company to Google. So you would add a photo. It could possibly be the logo of your business. And then the event title is going to be the keyword that you want to rank for. For instance, if it were me, I would have a logo of my company, and then my title would be Realtors in Baltimore - Baltimore Homes for Sale. Baltimore Homes for Sale is Googled over 1,900 times per month. I know that there's going to be a lot of buyers that are searching that term, but there's also going to be a lot of buyers that have a house to sell. So I'm kind of capitalizing on the Baltimore Realtors, which is 590 times per month, and then - Baltimore Homes for Sale, another 1,900 searches per month. So that way the title of my post is going to be something that my desired consumer is typing into Google to solve their problems or answer their home selling or buying questions. Then as you scroll down to the start date, you can go down to the end date. Go ahead and click on the end date, Matt. See how you can go out to December? Click on the arrow to go to December. You can set that bad boy out for a month. So that way, if it's original, relevant, and current content, it'll stay on Google for however long you choose that event to be up there, versus, you know, doing an offer or an update, which might only last 24 to 48 hours. And especially compared to doing a Facebook post, is definitely only going to last for maybe 24, 48, or 72 hours max before it gets clogged up with everything else that's in your feed. Scroll down and click on the add more details optional. Now, right there, you're going to put in the event details. You're going to have close to 1,500 letters, or you can possibly get in, I think, 1,500 words. It depends on what you're posting, whether it's an update or if it's an offer or an event. So the first sentence in your event details, you're going to copy and paste the event title, and you're going to post that into the event details, the very first sentence. This is the same way, guys, with YouTube. When you title a video in YouTube, it has to be a highly search term, and then in the first couple sentences of the description, you're going to copy and paste the title of that YouTube video and put it into the first sentence of your event details. Then you're going to start writing, you know, the body and compose the body of that content. You want that content to be littered with keywords, but the post has to make sense. And Google is going to rank it on 3 things. It has to be relevant, original, and current information. It cannot be copied and pasted from another website or another post or another blog that's already on Google. Otherwise, Google's crawlers is going to analyze it and see that it's not original information. They're going to de-rank it, and it's not going to show up as high. Also, there's a button, add button optional. Go ahead and click that. And I would do learn more. And then I would backlink your actual website. So that way, like let's say your Carrot website, your Minute Pages website, whatever you're using, that'll count as an actual backlink, which Google, you know, utilizes to rank a website for its quality. So it's almost like pouring gasoline on top of the fire, where you're getting optimized posts with your GMB location, and you're also being able to backlink your website to get your website some credit. Because keep in mind, Google's going to show the 3 map searches, 1, 2, 3, Google My Business profiles, and then under is going to be the organic website links. So you want to have your website ranking as well as your Google My Business profile ranking as much as you possibly can for your chosen keywords that you want to dominate for.
Okay.
All right. So that's
now, so I have a question for you. Suppose I have a video on YouTube and I've been creating content. Should I take that video and also upload it here separately?
Absolutely. But what you'll do, because Google My Business will not let you share videos over a minute long, you can take a picture of you in the video, add an event of you talking on YouTube. So take a screenshot of your video, copy paste the transcription, the description of your YouTube video, which should also be fully transcribed, because Google doesn't have ears and Google doesn't have eyes. So you want to take and transcribe that video, which you can use with a transcription software like rev.com, rev.com. Put the transcription in the description of your YouTube content, and then you're going to embed and copy and paste your YouTube video to share that, and that will be the link that goes down as learn more, instead of backlinking your website, you'll just backlink that YouTube video.
Got it.
And that way you'll be able to share your YouTube video and get more SEO juice flowing to your YouTube videos. But what I would do, I recommend everybody to do, is to take your YouTube video after it's already transcribed and optimized, take that embedded link, and then create a brand new blog post in your website first. Okay, take the transcription, copy that over into your website blog as well, publish that blog, and then instead of sharing your YouTube video, you just share the website link at the bottom where it says learn more, which already has your YouTube video embedded in there. So you're getting credit for your website and your YouTube channel at the same time by doing that.
Got it. Very cool. Very cool.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so scrolling down here, you see where it says reviews. Obviously, you want to get as many reviews as possible. And then when you go to your website, down at the bottom, right on top of users, you absolutely want to have a link of your website embedded in there so people can visit that for more information. Because the Google My Business profile is more so of a gateway to help you get people into your GMB. Then once they get into your GMB, they're going to want to click on website. They're going to want to see your credibility, your validity, your testimonials, your past clients, your past sales. And then if your website is set up to convert at a high level, at that point, they'll probably fill out some information and you'll start to get leads like I do.
Okay.
Okay.
It's good stuff, right?
That's a lot of stuff right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah.
I had no clue. I mean, I don't, man, maybe you agree with me or disagree, but I had no clue that it was that. Like, I always thought it's like, and I'm not just BS at the sake of BSing here. I always thought it's you need your name, you need your hours, and it was just something there. I never really thought that it was an actual like lead generation tool, which is really
cool. I've never looked at it this way. Obviously.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Definitely necessary, because Google is the biggest search engine on the planet. YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the planet, and YouTube is owned by Google.
So what's the third biggest? Bing?
I would say Yahoo, probably. Yeah, bigger Yahoo. And then you see, Apple is coming up, Amazon Alexa is coming up. You got Microsoft starting a search engine, and Samsung is actually starting their own search engines as well.
What about Apple? So Safari, they got Safari. Safari's
yes, Apple. Yeah, Apple's a big one also.
All right. I'm digressing here. I'm moving off the important topic. Okay. Now, Jonathan, why don't you go ahead? Matt, I'm going to remove you from the screen sharing capabilities. Why don't you show us what yours looks like, and you can get a real good feel on what it should like at the end, what it should look like.
You got it. All right, I'm going to screen share. Okay.
Yeah, you can see what it looks like, what it really supposed to look like, not like ours.
You got it.
Garbage.
Okay. So this is the back end of my Google My Business profile. You can see that I have posts here already because I'm creating content so Google can read and rank my material. And then what you should see is you should see a lot of views, a lot of searches, and a lot of activity going on here. So you could just see here website visits. This is just in the last month. Calls I've received, that might be down a little bit, but I still received 2 inbound calls so far this month. So you should see a high flux of activity going on in your Google My Business profile. Direct customers who find your listing searching for my business name or address, but more importantly, customers who find my listing searching for a category, product, or service. That's one of the most important things. Obviously, the views are important as well. So just to kind of go here on the front end.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, I mean, this is just in the last month. I've had 1,507 people see my Google My Business profile this month. I've had 1,500 searches, and my activity has been over 21,000. This is obviously for the whole entire year. So if I were to show you what it looks like up front, let me show you this.
Let me ask you this. Now, do you get leads directly from your Google My Business?
100%, absolutely. Yep.
Like how many? I'm just like do you have a number? Like how many you got?
Yeah. So I have.
I've seen your lead though. So.
Yeah. So I have 3 listings that are under contract right now that all came from my Google My Business profile. A young lady in Owings Mills, Maryland, Googled realtors near me, which is 10 miles away from Pikesville, but my Google My Business right here shows up first. So when people type in realtors in Pikesville, my Google My Business profile shows up first. I can really, show you by going to my, can you guys see the incognito page?
Yeah, I mean, it's small, but we can see
You see this right here, my mouse moving?
Yeah.
Okay, so I typed in realtors in Pikesville and I went to an incognito page, so that way there's no cookies or caches attached to the browser. And I Googled realtors in Pikesville and I showed up here number 2. And you can see that my reviews are out reviewing everybody else's reviews. And then what happens is most people will click on your GMB and then they'll see here all the content that you have posted. They'll see here all the reviews that you've gotten from your past clients. They'll click on products that you have for sale, things of this nature. These things need to be uploaded to your Google My Business profile at the same rate of speed, at the same level of attention that you give to your Facebook profiles. Most people don't treat it like that because they don't know that it's going to give them results. And then a lot of people will click on website. And then from the website, that's where a lot of people will convert because they'll click on client reviews. Can you see my website here, guys?
Yep.
Okay. And then they'll scroll down, they'll look at your client reviews. They might see somebody that they can relate to, and then they'll scroll back up, and then they'll click on sell my property. And that's where a lot of my leads are coming from them filling in this little area right here, just from them searching first on Google, and then Google takes them to my Google My Business profile. From there, then they click to my website. So whether they call me on my GMB or whether they contact me on my website, I'm kind of hitting them from multiple different angles to make sure that I capitalize. To show you guys an example of how powerful the search engines are, if I were to Google this term, Baltimore Realtors, you see that Google has already suggested that. As you can see right under here, guys, can you see here the search volume right here?
Yeah.
590 times per month, this term is being Googled into Google. As you see here, my good friend, Kristen Briantes, she's got an ad here. So she's ranking with her ad, but she's paying $5.82 per click to be there, okay? Here's my Google My Business profile that I manage showing up for free. Here's my broker showing up for free. As I scroll down here, I see realtor.com, big technology, realtor.com, big technology. Here's yours truly, Kirk Home Group. Here's my website ranking on page 1 for a keyword term that is Googled 590 times per month without me paying $1 to be there. I'm outranking redfin.com. I'm outranking yelp.com. I'm outranking zillow.com. And I'm outranking homelight.com. So right there, that's got to show you that they cannot beat us at our own game as long as we choose to take action, have an optimized website, do our keyword research, and post evergreen content to our YouTube, our Google My Business, and our websites. Rinse and repeat, and then you continue to get the same results over again. Again, so if I were to do Baltimore real estate agents, some people like to Google real estate agents instead of realtors. You'll see here that this search volume is a little bit less than Baltimore realtors by 200. 390 times per month, people are typing in this keyword term at a cost per click of $6.79. GMB shows up again. Big technology, big technology, big technology, big technology, KirkHomeGroup.com. Okay, so I'm ranking top of Live Baltimore, a national broker, and HomeLight.com for Baltimore real estate agents. So these are the ways that I'm generating all my business right now. And I'm telling you, it doesn't take much. It's just about setting it up and then, putting it on autopilot once we get it set up for you. And then, you can dominate any local market that you're in, no matter where you are. If you drop me off in any city, any state, wouldn't matter. I would get to page 1 in that local market within 3 to 6 months.
Okay. So this is a lot of stuff here to do. All right. So let's say that I'm good at it for let's say a month or so. Let's say, I get it started. What type of expectations would you expect to see in 30 to 60 days?
I would expect you to be on at least page 2 or 3 within the first 30 days. With being consistent with posting maybe 2 or 3 posts to your Google My Business profile per week. If you have a website, which I highly recommend you have in tandem with your GMB, I would expect you to start ranking on page 2 or 3 within 30 to 60 days, simply because there's no other competition other than big technology. Once this gets out there, once this gets saturated and a bunch of realtors and a bunch of agents are on page 1, it'll take you a little bit longer to do that. But Google works like a grandfather system. Once you're up there, the power of your domain is grandfathered in. As long as you continue to do relevant, original, and current content, it's never going to go away. I've literally been on page one for my keyword terms for the last almost year, and I haven't posted any videos or any original content. I just use the automated blog post that my website gives me, and I plug in my keyword terms, my cities I want to link in, and I just stay on page one. Simply because, Zillow is in Washington, all these tech companies are in Silicon Valley. They don't work here. They don't live here. They don't give back to the communities and live and play here like we do. The only problem is that we're not telling our story, and they are. They have websites with keywords, and we don't. They have GMB locations, and we don't. So once we start to play their game and create content, they're not going to be able to compete with us. Therefore, we can kind of push them out of our industry because they've kind of commoditized us, where they're capitalizing on all these inbound leads and selling it back to us simply because they know that we're not hip to the fact that they have websites that are ranking. Now we're starting to get the idea of what they're doing, and we can beat them at their own game, which is the whole reason they came into the real estate industry to begin with, because they saw us. We're so focused on where's my next deal coming from? Where's my next listing coming from? They're like, these guys are not focused on creating authority online in the eyes of Google. So we specialize in that. So they came into our space, disrupted it majorly, and now you're seeing the repercussions of those actions. They're dominating. They're becoming their own brokerage. Zillow is their own brokerage. Now Realtor.com, they have a realtor-less system where they're called Realtor.com, but they don't use realtors anymore. So you see what's starting to happen. We saw the writing on the walls. We knew it was a matter of time, and now it's up to us to kind of take the action to combat that.
Interesting. I like it. All right, so let me ask you this. So you're helping me do this stuff because honestly, it's just not my thing.
Yes.
If I sat there and figured this out, it would take more like 6 to 12 years. On a good day, is what it would take me. So how can people get in touch with you? Tell me a little about what you do to help people out, because the reality of it is, I mean, Matt, you'd probably be able to do it. Knowing you'd be able to do this on your own, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of pride myself as being a bit of a, technical, person, but sometimes it's just having the time to do it, managing all the other aspects of business and everything that's been going on this year. So it's very interesting.
I know
very
it's cool stuff, and I definitely think there's an opportunity to help you. So tell me a little bit about. They want to get in touch with you. What's your deal? Just go.
Yes, so we're now that I've created this type of freedom and flexibility within my business, just a couple weeks ago, I just launched a consulting business where I'm helping agents just like myself, just like you guys, all around the country to create the same freedom, fortune, and flexibility as me. It's a 12-week agreement where we work together. We meet together for about an hour per session once a week. Whether you're here and you can come into my office or not, we do a Zoom call, and I basically will share my screen, you share your screen, like I'm doing for you, Aaron, right now, basically building up your website from scratch, building up your Google My Business profile, optimizing it, helping you do the keyword research on your own, but more so consulting you to kind of do it on your own. So that way, when you're done with me, you're not going to be dependent on me. So instead of me fishing and hunting and then selling you the prize, I'm going to teach you how to fish, how to hunt, to basically replicate what I've done in my own market in your own local market, so you can create that same type of authority in the eyes of your local communities, as well as in the eyes of your of the biggest search engines on the planet, so you guys can start to receive inbound leads. And it all first starts out with doing the keyword research to find out what are those keyword terms that I want to rank for. And then we create the content around that. We build a content schedule, and there's a worksheet and a framework for us to follow during the sessions that we work together. So you can be accountable even after we're done working together to accomplish and build those results that you're looking for.
What do we just buy for mine? My Westchester, sell my Westchester home and sell my White Plains home.
.com.
.com, and I just looked, and there's like every single one in my area that's available. So we're gonna buy it out of those things.
Yes,
we can. So all right. So I know your fee is like $5 to $7, roughly, right?
$2.99.
$2.99. I know, like I said, if you guys want to know, all that type of, reach out to him. Okay. Because I think there's an opportunity here for just something different, because most people in this group, you guys want and I'll be the first one to admit it. I want the boom. I want the short term. I want to get in. I want to get out. I want to be done. But what we fail at is we fail in building the long term, right? And that's one thing that I'll tell you right now. I'm failing at the long term, and I look at this as an opportunity to help me build that out because, like I said, I can't make my calls right now. So if I can really put my energy and effort into this right now, maybe I'll pop something. Really,
you're going to because I'm going to personally build your website. I'm going to build your Google My Business profile, and I'm going to work on the Wittenstein team during the time that we're working together to ensure you that the keywords that are being searched in Westchester and White Plains, realtors near me in White Plains, realtors near me in Westchester, real estate agents, and you're going to be ranking for all those keyword terms. So it's just a matter of time and consistency with you posting content to your GMBs, which I'm going to do for you first, but in front of you, which is also going to empower you to be able to take it over when we're done. So instead of you getting back to your cold calling sessions, you're just going to get back to creating more content by the time we're done working together. And the results are going to be just as powerful, if not more powerful, because you're not going to be trading your time in proportion to the money that you're receiving. You're just going to be performing once or twice on a video. We're going to upload it to your YouTube. We're going to optimize it with keywords. We're going to transcribe it, and we're going to publish it to a new blog post. We're going to optimize that, transcribe that, and then share that into the Google stratosphere. And you'll see, bro, the results will start to come to you just like they're coming to me. And we were on a phone call last week for one of our sessions, and I logged into the back end of my system. I was like, oh my gosh, Aaron, I have 3 leads. I got to call them real quick. One of them was 7 days old because I wasn't getting the text notifications. I called them with Erin on the phone. It was a Friday. I set the appointment for Tuesday at 2:30, met with her this Tuesday, and I was interviewing against 8 or 9 other real estate sales professionals. She literally just emailed me yesterday and said, we've chosen to go with you. You know, can you send the agreement over electronically? And I was just so excited. I'm like, woo! I like jump for joy in my office because it's the gift that keeps on giving. This is exactly what I'm teaching, training and consulting other agents to do, and my results speak for themselves. So if anybody wants to see the proof is in the pudding, I'd be happy to show you what I showed Aaron because I have a ton of leads, a ton of listings. If I stayed in bed and didn't get out of bed all day, every day, I'd still list 10 houses a month just from this method. 2
things I want to touch on that. All right. Number one, I did see him make the phone call. God's honest truth. I saw the phone call being made while we were there. So this is legit. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm even though I've known Kirk for a long time, I'm a skeptical person. It's just all right. So I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. He's like, I want to get on video. I'm like, all right, let's just see what's going on here. Then he made that phone call, and I'm like, holy. And then yesterday he sends me the text message showing that he actually got the listing. So I'm down for this. I'm definitely. And then this is another thing. So where did the phrase "proof is in the pudding" ever come from? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, me neither.
I was just thinking. I'm like, okay. So as I digress. So the proof is in the. I don't know. So Jonathan Kirk, Kirk, Jonathan with 2 A's, right?
No, just Jonathan.
Yeah, 2 A's because it gets became.
Oh yeah, 2 A's. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 A's. So he's going to be, he's a moderator, admin in the group now. So you guys are going to see a little bit more of him on a regular basis. And I'm just happy to have you around, man. This is good stuff. I'm happy to work with you. And you're welcome. Any final words before we let everyone get on for the rest of the day?
Dude, you helped me so much in my business, my first couple years in this business. So it's like anything that I can do to pay it forward for you and the members in LGSO. It's an emotional thing for me because it literally catapulted my career. Without you, without Andrew Scherer, there is no Jay Kirk. I wouldn't have built the expired business that I built. I wouldn't have had the skills, the expertise. So, dude, I'm eternally grateful for you. And, you're my brother. So anything I can do to help you or any of our members, please feel free to reach out to me and I'm here to help.
That's it, baby. All right, guys. So if anybody knows of anybody else they want to interview, you want to have some fun, hang out on here for a couple minutes. You are more than welcome. Let me know. Just remember, Jonathan Kirk, 2 A's and an O at the end. Mr. Warbeck, thank you as always for coming on. This is my guy right here. And do me a favor.
Thank you, Mr. Wittenstein.
You're welcome. If you guys need anything, let me know. Otherwise, do me a favor. Go make some money. Later.
All right. Thank you.